Hello everyone, today we are going to see about basic human rights. Myself, Miss S.S. Halunde, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology. Let us see. What is human rights? Human rights refers to the concept of human beings as having universal natural rights or status regardless of legal jurisdiction or other localizing such as ethnicity, nationality and sex. Ethnicity means the fact or state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition. Fundamental rights are essential human rights that are offered to every citizen irrespective of caste, race, creed, place of birth, religion or gender. For creed we call it as Panth in Marathi. These are equal to freedoms and those rights are essential for personal good and the society at large. There are 6 fundamental rights involved in our Indian system. First one is a right to equality. Second one, right to freedom. Third, right to freedom from exploitation. Next, right to freedom of religion. Next, cultural and educational right. Next, right to constitutional remedies. These are rights we study in detail. First, right to equality. For that, in Hindi we also call it as Samanta ka Adhikar. Let us see. In that right to equality, there are some articles involved. Just we are going to see. Equality before law. Article 14 of the Constitution guarantees that all citizens shall be equally protected by the law of country. Next, second one, social equality and equal access to public areas. Article number 15 of the Constitution states that no person shall be discriminated on the basis of caste, color, language, etc. Every person shall have equal access to public places like public parks, museum, wells, bathing ghats and temples, etc. However, the state may make any special provision for women and children. The next article is article number 16 is also involved in that right to equality. What it says, that is equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Article number 16 provides equal employment opportunities in state service for all citizens. No citizen shall be discriminated against in matters of public employment or appointment on the grounds of race, religion, caste, sex, place of birth, descent or residence. Exception to this can be made for providing special provision for the backward classes. Again, next article is involved in also that right to equality, that is abolition of untouchability. For it we can also call it as a Asprushata Nirmulan in Marathi. Article number 17 prohibits the practice of untouchability. Untouchability is abolished in all forms. Any disability arising out of untouchability is made an offense. Offense means crime. Abolition of title. Article number 18. Article number 18 abolishes titles. The state shall not confer any titles except those which are academic or military titles. The article also prohibits citizens of India from accepting any title from a foreign state. The article abolishes the title that were awarded by British such as Rai Bahadur, Khan Bahadur, etc. Awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna and military honors like Ashok Chakra, Paramvir Chakra do not belonging to this category. Then next right is right to freedom. In Hindi we call it as स्वतंत्रता का अधिकार. Let us see. Freedom of speech and expression, which enables an individual to participate in public activities. The phrase freedom of press has not been used in Article 19, but freedom of expression includes freedom of press. Freedom to assemble peacefully without arms, on which the state can impose reasonable restriction in the interest of public order and the sovereignty and integrity of India. Freedom to form association or union, on which the state can impose reasonable restriction on this freedom in the interest of public order, morality and the sovereignty and integrity. In that, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India, though reasonable restriction can be imposed on this right is the interest of the general public. For example, restriction may be imposed on movement and traveling so as to control epidemics. Today we are going to see this type of a situation for coronavirus. Freedom to reside settle in any part of territory of India which is also subject to reasonable restriction by the state in the interest of general public or for the protection of the scheduled tribes, because certain safeguards as are envisaged here seem to be justified to protect indigenous and tribal people from exploitation and coercion. Freedom to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or businesses on which the state may impose reasonable restriction in the interest of general public. Thus, there is no right to carry on a business which is dangerous or immoral. The next right is right against exploitation. In Hindi it is called as a शोषण के विरुद्ध अधिकार. The abolition of trafficking in human being and beggar. It is also called as a forced labor. Abolition of employment of a children below the age of 14 years is dangerous job like factories and mines. Beggar practiced in the past by landlords has been declared a crime and punishable by law. Trafficking in humans for the purpose of slave trades or prostitution is also prohibited by law. Article number 23 explains us related to right against exploitation. In that, prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. In that, One number is traffic in human beings and beggars and other similar forms of forced labor are prohibited, and any contravention of this provision shall be an offense, means crime, punishable in accordance with the law. Article number 23(2). Nothing in this article shall prevent the state from imposing compulsory service for public purposes, and in imposing such a service the state shall not make any discrimination on grounds only of religion, race, caste or class or any of them. Exploitation implies the misuse of others' services by force and or labor without payment. There were many marginalized communities in India who were forced to engage in manual and agricultural labor without any payment. Labor without payment is known as beggar. Again, in article number 23, forbids any form of exploitation. Also, one cannot be forced to engage in labor against his or her will even if remuneration is given. Forced labor is forbidden by the Constitution. It is considered forced labor if the less than minimum wage is paid. This article also makes bonded labor unconstitutional. Bonded labor is when a person is forced to offer services out of loan or debit that cannot be repaid. The Constitution makes coercion of any kind of unconstitutional, thus forcing landless person into labor and forcing helpless women into prostitution is unconstitutional. The article also makes trafficking unconstitutional. Trafficking involves the buying and selling of men and women for illegal and immoral activities. Even though the Constitution does not explicitly ban slavery, Article 23 has a wide scope because of the inclusion of the terms forced labor and traffic. Next right is right to freedom of religion. In Hindi we call it as धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता का अधिकार. In that, fundamental rights, right to freedom of religion. Religion is a matter of personal beliefs and values, and that is why choosing a religion is considered as a fundamental right in India under the Act, right to freedom of religion. If anyone believes in any particular religion, then it does not affect anyone particularly. Thus, there are many constitutions in the world that give you the right to the freedom of religion. According to the Constitution, all religions are equal before the state and no religion shall be given performance over the other. Citizens are free to preach, practice and propagate any religion of their choice. Religious communities can set up charitable institutions of their own. Second, activities in such an institution which are not religious are performed according to the law laid down by the government. No person shall be compelled to pay taxes for the promotion of a particular religion. A state-run institution cannot impart education that is pro-religion. Next right is cultural and educational right. In Hindi we call it as सांस्कृतिक और शिक्षा संबंधी अधिकार. In that, article number 29 and 30 are involved in this. Any community which has a language and a script of its own has the right to conserve and develop it. All minorities, religious or linguistic, can set up their own educational institution to preserve and develop their own culture. Next right is right to constitutional remedies. In Hindi we call it as संवैधानिक उपचारों का अधिकार. In that, right to constitutional remedies empower the citizens to move a court of law in case of any denial of the fundamental rights. This procedure of asking the courts to preserve or safeguard to the citizen. Fundamental rights can be done in various ways. The courts can issue various kind of writs. These writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and curative. Right to constitutional remedies. What is writs? Writs are written order issued by the Supreme Court of India to provide constitutional remedies in order to protect the fundamental rights of citizens from a violation. Facts about writs in India. Article 32 also empowers Parliament to authorize any other court to issue these writs. Before 1950, only the High Courts of Kolkata, Bombay and Madras had the power to issue the writs. Article 226 empowers all the High Courts of India to issue the writs. Writs of India are borrowed from English law, where they are known as prerogative writs. What is writs petition? A writs petition is essentially a court petition from extraordinary review, asking a court to intervene in a lower court's decision. Under the Indian legal system, jurisdiction to issue prerogative writs is given to the Supreme Court and to the High Courts of Judicature of all Indian states. Parts of the law relating to writs are set forth in the Constitution of India. Types of writs. The Constitution empowers the Supreme Court and High Courts to issue order or writs. The types of writs are habeas corpus, certiorari, prohibition, mandamus, quo warranto. Okay, thank you. This is all about related to basic human rights and categorization of rights. Thank you.